अन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा तदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरु वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं त्वं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादा सहगणा ललिता श्रीशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते प्रणमामि हरिः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्रीमती भक्तिदान स्वामी नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषण्यमति पाश्चात्य मुखम करती अचल पंगुम लंघयते गिरिं कृपातरं वन्दे श्री गुरु दिनतारणं परमानंद माधवम्। We are on 13th chapter, verse number 22. Okay. Many of you have joined for the first time and you might be wondering, middle, we are starting from middle, but don't worry. As we read Bhagavad Gita, we start to understand that Bhagavad Gita is talking about the same thing again and again throughout the 18 chapters, but in a much more deeper way. We have discussed many times about this. If you see, Bhagavad Gita actually starts from second chapter, when Arjuna is telling to Krishna that I'm confused, I don't know what to do, whether I should fight or whether I should not fight. Kya kare ki na kare. So like that, right? There was a song. So like that, Arjuna was also confused, whether I should fight or not fight. And then Krishna starts speaking. And the first thing he speaks is, we are not this body, we are the spirit soul. And we are having transmigration of the soul from one body to another. And today's verse is exactly the same thing. 13.22. So what we discussed 1 year back or 1.5 years back is the same thing that we're discussing today, but it is in much more deeper way. If you see, any philosophy, whether it's a bona fide philosophy or not, can be understood if it talks about three things. Okay, you should remember this. 3S. क्या है वो? अरे अभी बोला 3S. Oh, sorry, you thought 3S. Okay, we'll see what are the 3S. First is संबंध. Okay, संबंध, right? हम आपके हैं कौन? संबंध, right? तो संबंध. Second is साधन. Okay, in other word, it is also known as, what is the other word? Abhideya. But for ease, you can remember it, sadhan. And third is sadhya. In other words, it is known as प्रयोजन. ठीक है, तो क्या था 3S? संबंध, हम आपके हैं कौन. सेकंड, हम आपके कैसे होंगे, और हम आपके हो गए तो उसके बाद क्या, प्रयोजन, which is साध्य. So संबंध, sadhan and sadhya. Sambandha talks about who am I, what is this material world, who is the supreme lord, and what is the connection between all these three. What is the connection between me and the material world? What is the material world? This entire universe, cosmos. What is the connection between me and the material world? What is the connection between the material world and Bhagwan? And what is the connection of me and Bhagwan? Love triangle होता है, love triangle हिंदी movies में. So the first love triangle started with Krishna. Sambandha. Everybody understood the three things: Jiva, Prakriti, and Bhagwan. So what is the connection between all these three things? That is Sambandha. This verse talks about the connection between Jiva and Prakriti. So जो पुरुष दिख रहा है, पुरुष हम लोग है वो, Jiva. Okay. There is another Purusha. Who is another Purusha? Krishna. There are two Purusha, super soul and soul. So there are two Purusha. One is Jiva and one is Bhagwan. But this verse specifically talks about the connection between Jiva and Prakriti. Okay. So what are the three things we discussed? Sambandha, sadhan and sadhya. Okay. And Sambandha, you can remember, हम आपके हैं कौन? That is Sambandha. What is my relationship with you? And then sadhan is what is the process to achieve that relationship or to realize that relationship. Right now we know we are not this body, we are the spirit soul, and Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead. This we know by theoretical, but we have not realized it. Are we doing every day or every minute things based on the consciousness that I'm not this body, I'm the spirit soul? You know, right? Once I was in Santa Clara University and I told this before, asking people, who are you? Are this body or your spirit soul? They were confused. Some said body, some said super soul, some said none of these above. ऐसा तो ऐसे answers मिलते हैं कभी-कभार. So, but how to realize it is by sadhan, by doing some practice. What is that practice? By reading Bhagavad Gita, by reading Srimad Bhagavatam, and by chanting the holy names of the Lord. Right? Kaler dosha nidhe rajan asti eka mahan gunan kirtanat eva krishnasya mukta sangha paramrajit. I have spoken about this many times. That in this Kali Yuga, it is full of doshas. Kali Yuga, Kalau. Kaler dosha, it's full of doshas. Kaler dosha nidhe rajan. Oh Rajan. But there is one very great quality. Right? What is that? Kirtanat eva krishnasya. Doing Krishna Kirtan is the highest quality. Mukta Sangha Paramrajit. One can get delivered from all inauspiciousness. Right? So that's why we chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So, okay. And third is Sadhya. What is the final destination? Which is the spiritual world. So Sambandh is what is the relationship? Sadhan is what is the practice? And Prayojan or Sadhya is what is the destination? Final destination. Correct? So this verse talks about the relationship between whom? Jiva and Prakriti, which is this material world. समझ रहे हैं ना? Okay. So we'll start the verse. And the verse is divided into 4 quadrants. So we'll do one quadrant and you will repeat after me that quadrant. Okay. एक quadrant पढ़ेंगे, you will repeat. Second quadrant पढ़ेंगे, you will repeat. Right. So like school में होता ना 1 2 za 2 sana बोलता था 1 2 za फिर teacher बोलती 2 2 za 4. So this is spiritual school. Like that. Same almost. Okay, we'll start. Anybody who doesn't understand Hindi? Who don't understand Hindi? Okay, I have to be careful then. I have to again translate. I'm from Mumbai, so a little bit English happens. Hindi and English. So, like that. Okay, but good to know. We'll start. Purusha Prakriti Isto Hi. Okay, if you want to read from the book, it is 13th chapter, verse number 22. In case it's not... Vishakamaji, you are able to see the screen? You are able to see? Oh, Jai. Okay. Clearly? Okay, then I'll not expand. Okay, you can repeat after me. Purusha Prakriti Isto Hi. Purusha Prakriti Isto Hi. Bhungte Prakriti Jan Gunan. Bhungte Prakriti Jan Gunan. Karanam Guna Sangasya. Karanam Guna Sangasya. Sat Asat Yoni Janmasu. Sat Asat Yoni Janmasu. If you want to remember one verse from this chapter, 13th chapter, it is this verse. Very important verse. This talks about the state of the jiva. State of jiva means अपन की ही बात कर रहे हैं. It's talking about ourselves who are in this prakriti, very firmly situated. छोड़ेंगे नहीं ऐसा, prakriti. So it talks about that. Okay, we'll recite again one more time, then we'll go ahead with translation. Purusha prakriti sto hi bhungte prakriti jan gunan karanam guna sangasya sat asat yoni janmasu. Okay. Translation. Where we were? Who was reading? Okay, maybe. Teacher, you're okay. Then come here. It's an island. So, okay, who wants to read then? Siddharth, you read, right? Sanjeev, you can read.
The living entity in material nature.
Slowly. अपन के टाइम है 7:30 तक, तो थोड़ा समझ में आए क्या चल रहा है.
Living entity in material nature thus follows the way of life, enjoying the three modes of nature.
So living entity in this material nature, this material world, he is enjoying in different ways, right? How? Through three modes of nature. What are the three modes of nature? Sattva, Rajas and Tama. Sattva is known as mode of goodness, and Rajas is mode of passion, and Tama is mode of ignorance. How are we enjoying through mode of ignorance? Can you give an example? How are we enjoying through mode of ignorance? Sleeping. Like bear, he can sleep up to 6 months, 6 years. कितना ऐसे कुछ ना? 6 months. Sorry, मैं ज़्यादा ही खींच दिया. 6 months. So bear can sleep till 6 months. We can sleep till 10 hours. So when we are sleeping, we are actually enjoying the mode of ignorance. Mode of ignorance. Okay. Mode of passion. How are we enjoying mode of passion? स्पोर्ट्स है. फिर ऑफिस में 9 AM पहुंचना ही एकदम शिद्दत से काम करेंगे, राइट? फिर मैनेजर लास्ट में व्हाट विल गिव पीनट्स ओनली एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर, बट फिर भी शिद्दत से काम करेंगे. दैट इज पैशन. पैशन इज नीडेड टू वर्क. पैशन इज नीडेड. सो वी आर एंजॉयिंग using mode of passion. And then third is sattva, mode of goodness. How are we enjoying? By peace, right? Tranquility, meditation. When we are doing meditation, it is happening because of mode of goodness, right? So we are enjoying these three modes at different times, right? We are enjoying through the three modes of nature, this material world. This is what this verse is saying. Okay, samjha na? We'll go ahead. And this verse, in a crux of it, it is talking about transmigration of soul. Based on what we are enjoying the most. Either we are enjoying Sattva Gun, Rajagun or Tamogun. Based on that, we will have next life. Okay. Okay, we'll go ahead. Who was reading? Sanjeev Bhai. Yeah, go ahead. This is due to
his association with that material nature. Thus he meets with good and evil among various species.
Right. So let's say we have this mood of eating meat and all. So next life we'll get a body by which we can easily enjoy. Right. So like that. Okay. We'll go ahead. Purport. You can read.
This verse is very important for an understanding of how the living entities transmigrate from one body to another.
Right. I said, right, this verse talks about transmigration of soul. That is the crux of it. Transmigration, there is popular word. What is that? Reincarnation. Reincarnation actually comes from Latin word. Re means again. In means into. Carne means flesh. So we are coming again into a body of a flesh. That's why the word reincarnation is there. अपन एकदम cool होके बोलते reincarnation, but actually it means this. We are again entering into the body of a flesh. Right? Okay, we'll go ahead.
It is explained in the second chapter that the living entity is transmigrating from one body to another, just as one changes dress.
Right, we discussed about this. You remember? I said the second chapter, actually, first thing that Krishna says is, you're not this body, you're the spirit soul, and you're transmigrating from one body to another, as if you're changing a dress. Today, what happened is, I was at a place in Brajjivan Prabhu's house, and it was his child's birthday, something like that. It was that. It was that, sorry. So, nearby there was one child sitting, and one devotee was feeding him pasta. Okay. So, then while he was feeding that pasta, some pasta fell on my dhoti. And for a second, I got because I was planning that dhoti to wear in the evening. I was thinking like that. Then I put it in the laundry. So when pasta fell, for a second I got little irritated. कि अरे क्या मैंने बोला था बाजू में मत उठाओ, देखो पास्ता गिरा दिया. But then immediately this thought came to my mind that this dress, it is like a dress, it is changing. Why am I getting frustrated? Literally. And then he said, Shashi, sorry, Kru. I said, no, koi baat nahi, it's a dress. Koi problem nahi hai. So we have to understand this. This is just, this body also is just a dress. It is changing from one body to another. The soul. That's why we say, right, when we start our device, discover yourself, first thing we ask is, we sometimes ask is, where is your nose? Like that. So nose is here, sorry. Where is your ears? Like that. And then we say, where is yourself? Yes, people usually put it here. Why? Because the soul resides near the heart. Soul resides near the heart. So body, the soul transmigrates from one body to another. Just like a dress. Just like a dress.
This
Okay.
stage of dress is due to his attachment to material existence. As long as he is captivated by his form's manifestation, he has to continue transmigrating from one body to another. Due to his desire to lord it over material nature, he is put into such undesirable circumstances. Under the influence of material desire, the entity is born sometimes as a demigod, sometimes as a man, sometimes as a beast, as a bird, as a worm, as an aquatic, as a sedentary man, as a bug.
Right? So, any jiva starts from the basic plants, then animals, and then after moving through all this, because there is no karma in this kind of living entities, one reaches to the level of human being. And human being, getting the life of human being is very, very rare. And based on how we are living the human form of life, based on it, either we'll go up or we'll go down. We can again get the body of a animal. And we see that in Srimad Bhagavatam. We see that in Srimad Bhagavatam. There are so many Vedas, scriptures and everything. So many are there. Out of which there are how many Puranas? 18 Puranas. Can you remember what are those 18 Puranas? Let's see. Let's do a quiz. Ling Puran or Garud Puran, Skand Puran or Vishnu Puran. नहीं देवी पुराण और कुछ भी ऐसे बोल देने का. You know, when I was giving CET exam, first we think is that negative markings है कि नहीं. अगर नहीं है तो लास्ट के बाद में चेपो. And once one friend of mine told me that the best, if you want to get some marks, what you should do is you should have same B to everything or C so that at least कुछ तो क्लिक होगा. वरना B C D ऐसे कुछ करके तो जहाँ B होने वाला C होता है. C समझा मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ. So ऐसा. और क्या है? What else? गरुड़ पुराण. What else? भविष्य पुराण. और क्या? भागवतम. अरे क्या यार हर जगह भागे श्रीमद् भागवतम. Okay, what else? How much I think we forgot. Brahma Puran. What else? Padma Puran. What else? Some are remaining. Okay, so I'll give you one formula now. There is one verse. If you remember that verse, then you can remember the 18 Puranas. Are you ready?
Yes.
So, Madhvayam, Bhadvayam, Bradvayam, Vachatushtayam. No, sorry, Bratrayam. Okay, we'll go again. Madhvayam, Bhadvayam, Bratrayam, Vachatushtayam, Anapalinga, Puskani, Puranani, Pitak. Puranas, Pitak. There are many. Okay, now we'll go one by one. Madhvayam. Dvayam means two. So there are two Ma. Matsya Puran, Markandeya Puran. हो गया दो. फिर भद्वयम. क्या है वो दो? भविष्य पुराण एंड भागवतम. ठीक है, able to remember. See. Then next is Bratrayam. So there is 3 Bra. Brahma Puran, Brahmanda Puran and Brahma Vaivarta Puran. ठीक है, ये मिस हो गया. प्रभु जी भूल गए. ठीक है, हो गया 3. Then va chatushtayam. चतुष्टयम मतलब मैंने कर दिया, सॉरी. 4. तो क्या है वो? वराह पुराण, विष्णु पुराण, वामन पुराण एंड वराह पुराण. वराह, वामन, विष्णु एंड वायु. ठीक है, मैं भी देखो ऐसे याद कर रहा हूं. मैंने ऐसे अलग किया. फिर अनपलिंगा. अनपलिंगा इज अग्नि पुराण, न इज नारद पुराण, प is Padma Puran, Li is Linga Puran, and Ga is Garuda Puran. This is Shiv Puran. Ling is also Shiv Puran. So Anapalinga. Kuska is Kurma Puran, is Skanda Puran. हो गया. Puranani Pritak. It's easy. See, now if someone says what is it? See, I remember like this. So and if you Google, there is a verse. ऐसा बनाया नहीं है खुद. There is a verse. So you can remember like this 18 Puranas. Anyways, out of the 18 Puranas, the topmost Purana is Bhagavad Puran. The topmost Purana is Bhagavad Puran. I was remembering why I was talking about this. So there are examples where a person who has got human form of life, but somehow because he didn't use it properly, he got next life as an animal. Can you think of an example from Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam? Bharat Maharaj. Yes, Bharat Maharaj. He got so attached to a deer. Oh dear. Sometimes we also get attached to our spouse. Oh dear. So he got attached to deer. D-E-E-R, deer. And then deer, next life he became deer. What else? Indradumna. Right? Maharaj Indradumna. He was a great king, but he did something wrong with Vespati and Indra. And then what happened is, next life he became Gajendra. Right? So what about this? There are examples of someone who became demon. Chitraketu Maharaj. In next life he became demon, Vritrasur. I'm going to speak on Sunday, in Sunday feast in temple, on Vritrasur prayers, amazing prayers. So we see that if we don't respect or take proper use of human form of life, then it is possible the next life we can become Crimeo or ant or something else in the next life. And then again we have to start from, so that's why it is very, very important to take this human form of life very, very seriously. There is a very nice verse that we discussed last time. What is that verse? Some of you are new, so I'll not take that much time like last time. You remember we discussed this verse, right? Jalaja Navalakshani.
Different species.
Yes, we'll quickly discuss that. Jalaja Navalakshani, Sthavara Lakshapimshati, Krimeo Rudra Sankyaka, Pakshinam, Dashalakshanam, Trimsha Lakshani Pashava, Chatur Lakshani Manusha. So there are 8.4 million species of life, right? 84 lakhs. And this is the bifurcation of those 84 lakhs. What is that? 900,000. 9 lakh is aquatics, right? 2 million is plants. Then 1.1 million is insects and reptiles. 1 million is birds. Quadruples is 3 million and rest 400,000. So you can see even in categories, अपन की category बहुत कम है, right? 400,000 is human form of life. Very, very rare this form of life is, and that's why we should take full advantage of it. We'll go back to this verse. We can complete the purport, then we'll discuss ahead. So based on how we are using our this life, based on that we get our next life. We'll go through various verses of Srimad Bhagavatam to confirm this, what we are discussing. Sanjeev Prabhu, please go ahead.
Yeah, I finished in bug. Down.
You finished a bug.
Super down.
No, this we did.
Bug.
Bug. I was thinking code bug. I was got confused.
This is going on, and in all cases, the living entity think himself to be the master of his circumstances, and he is under the influence of material nature.
Right? We think we are the controller. I have told this many, many times. Wife thinks she is the controller. Husband thinks he is the controller. And just now we realize who is the controller? The kids. Right? So we are all thinking we are the controller, but we are actually under the influence of material nature. And this should actually humble us. We should realize that we think that we can achieve things, but we are actually constantly under the influence of nature. We haven't decided before coming. Menu card was not given to us, right? Or in which house you want to take. You would have said Ambani या तो George Bezos और कौन है Elon Musk जो भी है. Or which kind of color you want of the skin. Or what kind of body you want, of Indra or something. We never chose that. It was forced on us. Why? Because the kind of karma we have accumulated in the previous lifetimes. Right? And still we think, He-Man, I'm the controller of this universe. Okay, we'll go ahead. How is put?
How he is put into such different bodies is explained here. It is due to association with the different modes of nature. One has to rise, therefore, above the three material modes and become situated in the transcendental position. This is called Krishna's consciousness. Unless one is situated in Krishna consciousness, his material consciousness will oblige him to transfer from one body to another, because he has material desire since time
Immemorial. Right? So he has some desires and he's trying to fulfill his desires. And that fulfilling of desires is causing more and more births. When I first time came in Krishna consciousness, I was talking to my sister and I was just asking her that something that I should be careful. And she said is, be very careful of what you're desiring. Because whatever you desire, your future life will be based on that. You have to be very, very careful. Sometimes we see some things and we say, "Arey, kash mere paas bhi pata." Right? We don't know next life. We can become maybe an ant and we are staying in that. Jo bhi humko lag raha hai, wo kash mere paas bhi hota. You have to be very careful what we are desiring. Yeah, go ahead.
But he has to change that conception. That change can be effected only by hearing from authoritative sources.
Authoritative sources we have to hear from. And in this case, it is Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. We should try to read these scriptures. It can change our life because it is authority coming all the way from Krishna. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye. Krishna gave this knowledge to Brahmaji, and from there it came to Srila Prabhupada in disciplic succession.
The best example is here. Arjuna is hearing the signs of God from Krishna. The living entity, if he submits to this hearing process, will lose his long cherished desire to dominate materialistic nature, and gradually and proportionately as he reduces his long desire to dominate, he comes to enjoy spiritual happiness. In a Vedic mantra, it is said that as he becomes learned in association with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he proportionately relishes his eternal blissful life.
Yes. So this line is important. As he reduces his long desire to dominate, once he starts understanding that, okay, I'm realizing this is all goof up thing. I thought that I can enjoy this, but I'm getting more and more entangled. He comes to enjoy spiritual happiness. That is Ananda. Real Ananda is that. Right? So what we'll do is, we're talking about the rarity of human form of life. So we'll a little bit discuss from Srimad Bhagavatam, various verses which talks about this importance of human form of life. And we should take it very, very seriously. We take it for granted. Why? Because apne mummy, papa, mama, mami, chacha, chachi, friends are all humans. So we think, arey, it is very common. But when you start seeing ants, reptiles and all that, so many categories are there. Out of 8.4 million, only 0.4 million is ours. Imagine, not even 1% if we do math. I don't know, I've not done. But so rare, right? And in that also, if you see the other categories, the number is lot more. Right? If you see ants here, there will be 15, 20 ants. I mean, don't get up, but I'm just saying, there might be. Right? So many ants and all, and we are like counting how many human beings. Correct? So, and that's why we can be in any of those lives if you have not taken this human form of life seriously. So we'll go to a very nice verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, which is SP 11:9. We'll do only one verse. Okay, you can repeat after me. This is a little bit longer verse, so hear carefully and then try to recite to the best of your capacity. Labdva sudurlabam idam bahu sambhavante. Sudurlabam idam bahu sambhavante. Manushyam arthadam anityam api hadhira. Anityam api hadhira. Turnam yatet napatet anumrityu yavan. Nishreyasaya vishaya khalu sarvatasya. Nishreyasaya vishaya khalu sarvatasya. So what this is saying is labdva, labdha. Labdva means to obtain. To obtain what? Idam, this human form of life. Labdva, to obtain idam, this human form of life, is durlabham, is very rare. But saying no. Su durlabham, it is very, very rare. We say na, su sukham. Su sukham. Sukham is good, and su sukham is very, very good. Sukham, or happiness. So, bahu sambhavante, one has gone through, there are many, many different kinds of living entities that we just now saw. Jalajal Navalakshani, right? That verse we saw. There are many kind of living entities, but this human form of life is very, very Manushyam. Why the name Manushya is coming from? Because we are descendants of Manush. I'm okay as long as he doesn't eat pasta. So, that's kidding. Yeah. So Manushyam, because we are coming from descendants of Manu. So that's why we are known as Manushyam, right? So Manushyam Arthadam. Arthadam is meaning of life. Because human form of life can give, has an opportunity to understand the meaning of life or to give Lord Krishna, Arthadam. But this human form is not continuous, is anityam. It is not continuous. So that's why we have to understand that if we don't take this human form of life properly, then in next life we can get the life of a dog, a hog, an ant, or something like that. Right? Turnam ateta na patet. Till how? When we have to do this? This practice of Krishna consciousness, till where we have to do is na patet, till the time we are living this material world. Till that time. Or till the time we are dying and maybe getting another body if we have not completed this perfection of our life. Till then. And Nishreya Saya Vishaya. Vishaya means sense enjoyment. There are 4 levels of sense enjoyment which Shastras explains. Ahara Nidra Bhayamaitunam cha. Let's go to that verse. Ahara Nidra Bhayamaitunam cha. Okay, it's there here. You can repeat after me. Ahara nidra bhayamaytunam cha. Samanya netat pashubhi naranam. Dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishesho. Dharme nahina pashubhi samana. So what it is saying? Ahar. Ahar means? Ahar ka matlab? Eating. Right? We think that we have good appetite. Elephant has much more than that. It can eat so much. Right? So this ahara nidra. Nidra is sleeping. Right? Bhaya is, you can say fear, or if something is coming, then you try to defend. Right? So defending. And Maithun. Maithun is not Mithun Chakrabarti. Maithun is, it's like getting married and progeniting more. Like that. So these 4 things. Sleeping, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. These 4 things are also done in which species? Pashubhi. Pashubhi also Naranam. Naranam is us. And Pashubhi also. So these 2 things, Samanyam, these 2 things are common. What are the 4 things? Ahara nidra bhayamaitunam cha. Ahara is eating. We can eat, but not to the capacity of elephant. We can sleep, but not to the capacity of bear. Similarly, we can defend also, but not to the capacity of tigers. The way they defend themselves in Maithun, right? The way dogs progenate, we cannot do that. Or maybe ants or whatever it is, right? I remember last year. No, it was last year. I was in Kartik Yatra in October, and the prasadam is cooked by brahmacharis from ISKCON Chapati. And if you have not tried it, you should try. So in the morning they had made poha. Poha they had made. And I didn't know the science of poha. The science of poha is, if it goes to the stomach, it expands. So that much detail I didn't know. I came to know later on. So it was so tasty, Krishna. It was so tasty. So I was thinking while he was eating, I was thinking, I'm going for a yatra. Basically what happens after eating, you go for seeing various temples, take darshan, then you come back in the afternoon, then you again have prasadam. So I was thinking that, today we're going for we are going by bus, it's long, and while I come back, if I don't reach on time, I might miss the prasadam. And poha was so good. I was eating. I almost ate almost 1 kg of poha. Then I went to my room. Suddenly the stomach was paining. And then I told my wife, you go. Somehow is feeling. I didn't realize this is the cause. So then entire day I was just sleeping. It was so heavy. So then that day I went to doctor because it was so much. It was in Mayapur. Yeah, it was last year. I went to the doctor and I told the truth. First I didn't say. I said suddenly, why it's paining? And I said, in the morning I ate poha. I thought, इतना क्या लगा? मैंने बोला बहुत ही अच्छा था. I told. It was very tasty. I told. It was too good. And he literally said, थोड़ा संभाल के खाओ. And then later on my wife told, poha expands. Then this year it was again there. Then I ate 1 cup. I said, I'm done. Whatever it is, I'll not take the risk again. So we think we can eat, we can enjoy, but not as much as what elephant can enjoy. Ahara nidra. These 4 things are common between animals and human beings. But then what is the difference? There is one difference. Difference is dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishesho. Adhik. There is one extra thing. Adhik. There is one extra quality. Vishesh. There is one extra thing which is special in human beings. That they can inquire. Dharma, they can inquire. You'll never see dog asking. Right? You will never seeing dog chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. But you will see human beings chanting. That is the extra quality of a human being. I'll show you one verse. Veda base. Everybody is understanding, or bouncer जा रहे हैं? It's understanding. No? So this is the verse. What is the dharma? We are talking dharma, right? Dharma. There are so many dharma. Stri dharma. Then after marriage, grahastha dharma. So many dharmas are there. So many different kinds of dharma is there, right? What is the dharma that this verse is talking about? Kaumaram acharet pragyo dharman bhagavatam iha. That dharma which is talking about Krishna, Bhagavan, Bhagavatam iha. That is the extra quality of human form of life. That one can inquire about Krishna. And if you are not inquiring about Krishna, then in the next life there is a high chance that you will again get the body of. It's like you have a license of driving flights, plane का license मिला हुआ है, and then you are going in the flight, and then what you are doing is you're not going up till in the air, just little bit above land, and you are just hovering. 6 hours you are hovering only. And then the person is asking, "Kai zala? Why are you not going up? Why you are hovering?" He said, no, I'm a little bit not sure if I have the capacity to go up in the sky. Then that person will say, the controller, ATC, right, airport traffic controller, he will say, "Tu niche aa jaye. Tu niche main dikhata hu." So he'll say, you come down, you give that license which can fly the flights. Instead, you take driving license and you drive around the roads. Take Leh Avenue and whatever avenue. You take this only. So similarly, when you have got the human form of life, but we're not utilizing it to the best of the capacity, then the law of nature will tell, "Tum rehne do." He'll say, "I'll give you a body by which you can drive like this on the road." You understood, right? So that's why this human form of life is very, very rare. That's why this verse, Prahlad Maharaj is saying, from when should we start? Now we should inquire, correct? We should inquire. But from what age? What age? Correct? Kaun se age se we should start inquiring? So Prahlad Maharaj is saying, you can repeat after me. Kaumara acharet pragyo dharmam bhagvatamiha durlabam manusham janma tadyapyat तद अप्य ध्रुवम अर्थदम, तद अप्य ध्रुवम अर्थदम. तो यहाँ पे भी अर्थदम आया. You saw in that verse also लब्ध्वा सुदुर्लभम, उसमें भी अर्थदम था. दिखाता हूँ. Arthadam. See, here also Arthadam is there and here also Arthadam is there. What is Arthadam? Human form of life can give you Krishna. Dha means to give. And Artha means also money, but also meaning of life, which is Krishna. It has the capacity to give you Krishna. If you see Manusham, Durlabham, all this, Janma, all these words are coming again. Right? And from which age? Kaumara. Kaumara, there is another word, Kumara. That is from the age of 5. From age of Kishori, we should start. Kishori also 5. From age of 5, we should start inquiring about Krishna. People say, na, जब बुढ़े हो जाएंगे तब करेंगे हम. बोल नहीं पा रहे बट तब करेंगे हम. Like that we say, no. But actually from the age of 5. From the age of 5, we should start asking about who am I, who is Krishna, and what is the relationship between me and Krishna. Which is, why is this material world there? And how am I connected to this material world? You should ask these questions. And through Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, it can be answered. Right? So, Vishaya, Kalu, oh sorry, we were in this verse, right? So, now the question is, what if I don't want to ask about you, about the higher things? I don't want to ask. Meri marzi, right? Why are you forcing me? Then the fourth line says, if you don't want to ask about the higher beings, then I'm not saying this, the verse is saying. If you don't want to ask about the higher questions of life, then the verse is saying something I'm not saying. Okay. Dharme nahi na pashubhi samana. And now you are also saying. Right? So, what is it saying? If you're not asking about the higher truths of life, if you're not inquiring about the higher purpose of life, then there is no difference between Pashubhi and human form of life. There is no difference. Pashubhi samana. We are as good as animals. Okay, that is this verse saying. Right? So, every year that is passing by, or every birthday that we are celebrating, we are coming nearer to near Ayur, Harati. I'll show you one more verse. Today's New Year, right? I'll show you. People understood. Let me show you one amazing verse and then we'll stop. Okay, today's New Year. Ayur Harati. Why? Harati means taking away. Ayu means age. So this verse is saying the age is taking away. Someone is taking away our age. Right? So since today is New Year, I thought we will discuss about something from New Year. So we'll recite. This is the last verse, then we'll end. Ayur harati vaipumsam. So pumsam is living entities. Yeah, people, right? So someone is taking away our life. So थोड़ा सा भारी था. Taking away our life. Someone is doing. कौन? अभी तक पता नहीं. We'll find out. Okay. Ayur harati vaipumsam. Udyam. Udyam means morning. Astam means evening. So who is taking? Who is? Morning and evening कौन कर रहा है? So sun is taking away our life. Every now and then by sun rising and sun setting. Right? It's like, think of it like a straw. Sun is having a straw in a cup. We are there. थोड़ा ऐसे ले रहे पूरे life को. By sunrise and sunset. Right? You can repeat after me. Now you'll be able to connect more. है ना? Ayur harati vaipumsam. Udyanastam cha yanasau. Tasyate yat kshanonita. Uttama shloka vartaya. So this is saying that a person who is not discussing about Krishna, for him, the sunrise and sunset sun is actually taking away the life. Now one might say, hey, whoever is talking about Krishna, unka bhi ja raha hai. But then Srila Prabhupada gives an example of a cat, a rat, and kitten. So when cat is holding the kitten, so kitten is not feeling danger, ki arey mere ko kha jayega. But rat is failing. That when cat is eating the rat, then rat is knows that I am going to die. So similarly, one who is chanting about Krishna, one is inquiring about Krishna, they will also go through death. But at the end of their life, they will reach Vaikuntha, or they will go to a better form of life by which it will be easier for them to practice more and more, and they get Vaikuntha. But a person who is not taking Krishna consciousness, for him, he is going through a cycle of birth and death. Happy New Year. So someone can read. Someone can read the translation. Who wants to read? Who didn't read? Arun, please.
Both by rising and by setting, the sun decreases the duration of the life for everyone, except one who utilizes the time by discussing topics of the all good personality of Godhead.
Right? So all good personality of Godhead. When we chant about Uttama Shloka is Krishna's name. Uttama Shloka Vartaya. Vartaya means Vartalap Karna. Right? When we discuss about Krishna, then this we are getting out of this circle of birth and death. Obviously, I am saying this even I have to practice, but please pray for me that I can, whatever I am speaking, actually I can realize also. But this is very sweet and it helps us to understand this human form of life is very, very rare and we should take very seriously. If you see this parrot, tarot card reader like that. So there is cards there. Parrot comes out of the cage. It picks up the card. It gives to the owner of that who is doing that. Now that parrot has a choice. It can go. But what does a parrot do? Goes back to the cage. We're also like that. We have an opportunity now to inquire about Krishna, to chant the holiness of Allah very sincerely. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. But we are going back into the cage. So it's a very rare opportunity to get human form of life. And if you are not doing that, then Purusha Prakriti Istohi, Bhumti Prakriti Jangunan, Karnam Guna Sangasya, then we are again going back to the cycle of birth and death. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll now chant. We have those beads there. What we'll do is we'll skip today because we have already gone beyond time. So we will chant one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We should try to build a practice of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. If possible, we should chant 16 rounds, but we can start with at least one round. Anyone? Yeshpo, can you help? You can. There might be knot. Then you can cut the knot and distribute everyone Bhagavad Gita. Sorry, the chanting bit. We'll try to chant one round of Hare Krishna mantra. After that, we'll do little bit of kirtan, and then we'll have prasada. Right. So